Wow.
Well, thank you.
That dress is a knockout.
Oh, this dress? It's just something I pulled out of my closet. Why don't I get my purse together and then we can go?
You know, I was going to bring flowers, but then I remembered this wasn't a date.
That's right. You're interviewing me for a job at Coy Publishing. This is strictly business.
You know, it might be hard for me to keep my mind on business with you in that dress.
Oh, well, then I could go change.
No. Wait a minute, be late for a reservation.
I know exactly what you mean. So, did you, bring that pen cap down to the doorman like I asked?
The moment I left.
Good. Anyone come claim it?
Not that I know of.
That's funny. Seems a mysterious AC would want to come claim a pen cap that was so lovely and expensive.
It is mysterious. You know, maybe AC stands for Agatha Christie. That's a little joke.
Very little. I still think it's Amanda. She's the only AC I know. Did you ask her about it?
No, I mean, why should I? She's never been in this building.
Coffee. Yeah, I'm meeting someone.
Ah, that brunette you talked to the other night?
You remember her?
You don't forget legs like that. No. Or those baby blues.
That's the one, yeah.
Lucky guy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Hang on, Shane. Hadley's on the way. Gary, I need to know exactly what you told Carl about Alexander. No, he hasn't come home. Yeah, no. No, he wasn't angry. He was very calm. That's what's upsetting me, because that's when he's going to do something drastic. No, I appreciate that. No, I think I better deal with this myself. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
May I help you?
Hi, it's Darn, isn't it? I'm here to see Mr. Nikos. It's very important.
May I say who's calling?
Yeah, there's Mr. Corey. Matthew Corey.
Ready to go?
You know, maybe you should grab a coat. It's a little chilly out.
Good idea.
I know how much you don't like the weather up here.
Oh, guys, I don't really like the cold weather, but I have to admit, I am enjoying watching the little sky change colors. You don't have that.
Please. You know, you must give the North a chance. It has its charm.
Yes, I thought I was.
So, nobody moved into Jake McKinnon's old apartment?
Well, not that I know of, but if they do, I hope they're as friendly.
You two are close?
Close to killing each other. Oh, we used to glare at each other all the time. I don't know why that man was so suspicious of me. And don't believe if anybody tells you I'm a vicious person, because I'm not.
Well, I make up my own mind about people. Especially beautiful, charming women.
You're good. I've learned not to worry what other people think of me.
Well, I don't care about other people. Except my family. I want them to get to know you.
The Corys think of me as Shane's ex-wives, and I think they'd rather me keep my distance.
Well, when they get to know you like I do, that'll change. You'll see.
What are you doing here? Well, you called me, and before I could ask you anything, you hung up. I told you I was looking for Alexander.
Yes, I know. You told me that, but why? Tell me what's going on.
I'm looking for Carl.
Why?
That's between Carl and me.
Have you decided that he is having an
No,
affair?
I don't believe that for 1 minute.
Why? Because he told you that?
He said...
What?
He says Alexander's involved and that he has proof.
What kind of proof?
Alexander is claiming that he saw Carl in a hotel in Chicago with another woman.
Well, if he said that, then I'm sure it's true.
Carl says it's impossible and that he has proof. He's gone after Alexander.
So you're worried about what's going to happen?
Yeah, of course I am. You know what he's like when he's in a mood like
Let's
this.
go.
Well, you must have heard Mr. Nikos mention my name. Although he probably referred to me as Matt.
But the way he spoke, I expected...
Someone a bit younger. Yeah. Well, I like to live life fully. And people do tend to associate that with youth, don't they? I can't imagine why. Can you?
Mr. Nikos is upstairs on the roof garden.
You know, why don't I save you the trouble? I mean, you don't need to trouble yourself on account of me. I'll go on up and surprise him.
Mr. Nikos likes me to announce his guest.
Oh, you know, Alex and I, we work so closely that there's really no need for these formalities. He'll be delighted. Why don't you go and put your feet up for a few minutes and I'll get myself up there. If he complains, I'll take the blame.
Not a bad place to live. Or own.
Don't let me interrupt you. I know how much you enjoyed that filthy habit.
What are you doing here?
Well, I told your dear old butler that my name is Matthew Corey. Showed me right in. You'd evidently said the name many times. Not that it gives me pleasure to know that.
I want you out of here now.
Answer one question, and I'll be gone. Did you tell Amanda that you saw me in Chicago with some young woman? Your move, Nico.
Well, Mr. Mayor, I am so glad you took some time out of your busy schedule to have dinner with little old me.
You stopped by my office looking so fetching in this beautiful dress, I just couldn't resist. I don't know what it is about you lately, but...
Yeah, I have no idea.
Shall we?
Good evening. Do you have a reservation?
What planet do you live on? Do you watch TV? Do you read?
Name, please.
You're speaking to the new mayor of Bay City. Wayne, it's okay. I'll handle this. You got elected mayor, not king.
The man didn't even know my name.
Well, you'll have to forgive him. He's new in town. He just moved here.
Oh, I see. A replacement for Rusty Bakersfield?
Why is that so interesting to you? Is he working for you, too? Come this way. Oh, Brad, you shouldn't have. He didn't do anything. That's not your table.
Whatever's in that bag, I'll buy you 1,000 times more. Because nothing could match the loveliness that is you.
I think I'm going to gag.
I beg your pardon?
Flag. Flag me down if you need anything.
Of course.
Thank you, dear heart.
Of course, darling. don't leave home without that little thing, do you?
I must have forgotten to take him out of my bag. Don't worry, dear. I'll take him home tonight, and that's where it's safe.
Remember now, I promised that we'd donate that little puppy to the museum.
Grant, you can't. I need him. I mean, I've gotten used to having the little guy around.
Well, I can hardly go back on my first promise to the fine citizens of Bay City now, can I?
Matthew, hi. You look wonderful.
Thank you. You too, Donna. You know Lila.
Yes, darling, I've met.
Yes, I didn't know when you had made your reservations you were going to be bringing Mrs. Roberts here.
Well, you know me. I'm only seen with the prettiest women in town.
I know. Here's your table. It is so nice to see you two glaring at each other rather than flirting.
Well, I only have eyes for you, darling.
And I would like to keep it that way. What have you gone and done?
What makes you think I have anything to do with it?
Oh, just a wild cat. Didn't do anything extravagant, did you? What on earth is this?
That's Orly from New Orleans.
Oh, what made you decide to give me this?
Oh, I figured you could use a pet since you live in a lot.
And quite an unusual pet it is.
It's the best kind. You don't have to feed it. You don't have to clean up after it. And when you're lonely, she'll talk to you.
Is that so?
You just press that button right there.
This button right here?
Call Matt.
Call Matt. Call Matt.
Gotta get in on the Halloween spirit. More coffee?
No, I'm being stood up. I'm getting out of here. Thanks.
No, you weren't gonna leave, were you?
I don't know, Hadley. I've been waiting here for a while. I thought I was being stood up.
I'll prove I'm worth the wait. How's that?
That's great. This is where I was sitting while I was waiting.
Well, it'll be a lot cozier now. Promise.
What would you like to drink?
Oh, how about that fine scotch you ordered me last time?
Are you sure most people find that awfully strong?
Do I look like most people?
No, you don't. 2 shots of your best single malt straight up. So, I'm glad you got in touch with me. I didn't know how to reach you.
Well, we'll fix that. You know, I don't give this to just anybody.
Must be my lucky night.
Oh, it is. Thank you.
Uh-huh. I don't know why I'm doing this. Those things will kill you.
I know. But, earlier today I had a brush with death, believe it or not. But I survived.
You're on dangerous ground, Carl.
It was the other way around. Now, answer the question. Did you say to Amanda that you found me in a compromising position with some young woman?
Yes.
That's interesting. Would you mind telling me where and when you witnessed this encounter?
Oh, I wasn't the only witness. You should be more discreet, Carl. Chicago is not that far away. Meeting your friend in such a public place.
You're evading my question, and we both know why. You've never seen me with a woman. It's a lie.
You know it's true. Most people would believe it of you. Amanda certainly did.
That's your style, isn't it, Nico? I mean, to use some gullible young woman like Amanda to your own advantage.
If anyone is using a young girl for an advantage, it's you. But then again, your lady friend didn't seem to mind. She seemed quite used to you having her hands all over her.
And tell me, where did you witness this indiscretion?
Do we need to play this game?
It's your game, Nico. I'm calling your bluff. Now answer the question. Where and when did you see me pawing this fictitious maiden?
The Bromley Hotel Lounge, of course.
On what date? At what time?
Let me see. Well, it had to be the first week in September. That's when I was in Chicago at a meeting on some lakefront real estate. It was the end of the week, so it would be a Friday, I imagine.
A bravura performance, Nikos, but let's cut to the chase. What day exactly?
Yes, it was a Friday. I had a meeting with an architect at the Bromley Lounge with a late supper, about 10.
So, about 10 at the Bromley Hotel on the first Friday night in September.
Correct.
I think you've made an error, Nico. I'll account for every moment of that evening. And when I do, you, of course, will be exposed to the hypocrite and liar that you are.
Watch your step, Carl. I wouldn't want to see you fall.
You're going to interview me.
I don't need to interview. The job's yours.
But you haven't asked me any questions.
Well, I don't have to. I know everything I need to know.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, you're smart. You're beautiful. You're perfect for the job, you accept?
Well, perhaps I'd like to know what the job is, or maybe what it entails.
That may take a little time to iron out.
I see. Is there a problem?
Just a minor problem. Carl gave me the boot today.
He fired you?
Yeah, not to worry. I'll be back to court before you can blink. All right, that's enough business. On to pleasure. Would you care to dance?
I would love to dance.
Thanks.
Pat? Darling, please don't get rid of Bob. Bob, I need him.
You've really grown to love that little devil, haven't you?
His name is Booba.
Well, you used to hate him. As I recall, you tried to fling that thing out the window.
Stop! Don't remind him. Grant? He said he would be good for us, and he is. Look how much closer we are now that we have Baba around.
So that's what this is all about.
So can I keep him?
You underestimate yourself, darling. Booba didn't cast a spell on me. You did, darling. Donna, I have your first assignment as Commissioner of Cultural Affairs.
I wait with bated breath.
You are to present this ancient gift of African art to the Bay City Anthropological Society and call it a gift from Mayor and Mrs. Grant Harris.
Grant, you don't really think that the museum is going to want that thing?
No, it's classic.
It's frightening.
It's mine.
Cynthia.
It belongs to me, Grant.
No, now it belongs to all the fine citizens of Bay City. Besides, I will take you on an African safari, and you can buy all of the African art your heart desires.
Grant, honey, would you like to dance?
I need to get back to work. I don't know why I let you talk me into going out in the first place.
It's over, Nico. Yours was a desperate attempt. Destroy my marriage, and you failed.
Well, it sounds to me like you're trying to blame me for your infidelity. I find that pathetic.
I'll tell you what's pathetic. Hiring some two-bit actress to play my mistress, inventing diaries, turning hotel suites into love nests.
Oh, and of course you couldn't be guilty of that, no. Virtue, Carl Jim.
There are many things in my past that I do regret, Nico. But I make no apologies for the man I am today. And despite all your efforts, Rachel, my Rachel, still loves me. And she loves me in a way that you have never experienced. And I think you're unlikely ever to experience.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You know, years ago, Felicia and I were very close. We were lovers for a time. And I think I know her better than you do. Oh, to be sure, you dazzled her thus far, but then she's a romantic, isn't she? She's impressionable. But when she discovers the kind of man you are, she'll come to her senses.
Felicia could never be taken by you again, and she would never take your word over mine. Never.
You'll see. When I expose this lie about my so-called tryst in Chicago, your plan is going to unravel. Everything will come out. Your involvement with men. Your attempts to undermine and destroy my marriage, and that's what will cost you, Felicia.
Alexander, Rachel and I are coming up.
Well, well, well. Yes, perfect timing. Well, you can get to repeat that lie now, can't you? What was it, the first Friday night in September? That was it?
No.
I spent that evening, a quiet evening at home, with my wife. It's all right, darling. Everything's under control. Everything's very civilized.
What's going on here?
Well, tell them, Nikos. Tell them what you told me.
So, were you teasing about this brush with death as well?
No,
No.
that I was quite serious about.
So, what happened?
Let's just say a very close relation was very intent on getting rid of me, having me disappear.
So we're talking about murder.
Something like that.
I can't tell if you're speaking literally or figuratively.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. You know, I don't know you well enough to tell you all my secrets.
Well, let's see what we can do about changing that.
Well, you said you're a man who likes to move fast. You weren't kidding, were you?
As I recall, someone else here said that she is a fast mover as well.
Why shouldn't I? A few hours ago, Hadley Prescott was given a second chance at life. And she's sure as hell gonna live it up.
That look. The good people of the face say they don't like me.
Well, I wouldn't consider the good people to be the mayor and his wife.
Well, Donna Love is no fan of mine either.
Listen, the vibe you're picking up from Donna has absolutely nothing to do with you. There's been tension between us ever since our marriage broke up.
No, that is not it. Donna has never liked me from the start. She's Victoria Hudson's mother, and I am the wicked witch who came to town to destroy her daughter's happiness.
Well, now that Jake and Vicky are getting married, maybe that'll all go away.
Oh, don't bet on it. Everybody worships Vicky in this town. I will always be the one who came here to take the man she loved Never mind, he was my husband. And I loved him, too. Loved him years before she ever knew him.
And now? Do you still love Shane?
I'm not going to lie to you, Dad. Feelings like that, they just don't go away overnight.
That's for sure.
But I cannot live in the past. Believe me, I've tried. It doesn't work. I am excited about moving forward. And this night has been a wonderful start.
Great. I wanted this evening to be very special.
It is. Elegant restaurant. Charming escort. And lots of champagne. You know, I used to dream about nights like this when I was a little girl.
I know who you remind me of. You remind me of my mother.
I remind you of your mother? Okay. What do I have in common with an elegant, rich woman like Rachel?
Well, she wasn't always rich and elegant.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, her mother was a hairdresser.
Really? Oh, I never knew that.
You see? Our family's not that out of reach.
Well, compared to what my mother did, being a hairstylist is pretty good.
Life's been rough, huh, Lila?
You know something? I never thought of it that way. Now, if my shoes had holes in them, well, I just put tape on them. And if I needed a new dress, well, I just... Well, you get the picture.
You're a survivor. I find that very, very appealing.
Are you going to be a survivor, too? Call your father and get back your job and...
Carl's not my father.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean anything by that.
I didn't mean anything either. I just can't see him as family, that's all.
You know, I'm really surprised that you dislike Carl so much. I mean, everyone I know just adores him.
That's because everybody thinks that he's this new reformed man, a reformed sinner. You know, I know he's not the new man that he says he is.
What are you saying? Do you really think that Carl would hurt somebody?
No matter how he tries to hide it. Carl Hutchins is a violent man. He's tried to hurt my mother before, and I'm not going to let it happen again.
Tell them, Nita. What are you waiting for? Repeat to them what you told to me.
Alexander.
You don't have to say anything.
Felicia, he's left me no choice. Rachel, I don't want to hurt you, but you have to know the truth.
What truth?
On the first Friday of September, I was in Chicago, and I saw Carl at the Bromley Hotel lounge with a young lady.
I don't believe you.
I know what I saw, and I can be specific.
Yes, go ahead, Nikos. Be specific. Describe this mistress you've concocted for me.
Certainly. She was a brunette. Short hair. Attractive. Brilliant blue eye. And believe me, she was real.
I wasn't in Chicago on the first Friday in the month of September, let alone the Bromley Hotel lounge. You can look it up in my daily schedules when we get home.
It's proof. He's a master at covering his tracks.
You've lost, Nikos. You took the gamble one step too far. And now, as a consequence, you'll lose everything.
Oh, Cindy, I cannot sell you Boo-Boo.
Booba.
Whatever you call it, you can't have it back. Grant has donated it to the Bay City Anthropological Society,
Can
and
we
that's that.
discuss this a little quiet?
Well, I have a better idea. Let's not discuss it at all.
So could I get you anything else?
What else is there? Everything's been perfect.
I could walk you home.
Well, now you know I like that.
Good, I'll get the check. Excuse me.
Okay.
Donna?
Did you enjoy your dinner with Lulabelle?
Lila and I had a wonderful time. Now we'd like a bottle of your finest champagne to go for.
Matthew, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your wife, but I warned you she's going to be trouble and you're going to be sorry.
More trouble than, say, a woman who cheats on her husband on their wedding night?
Wayne, would you please get Mr. Corey his check and pull a bottle of our finest champagne and make it cold? Very cold.
Hi.
Excuse me, I need to get past.
Yes, sorry. How much does Donna pay you?
I beg your pardon.
How would you like to earn a bundle?
Lila, I owe you an apology. It seems I didn't get you a large enough divorce settlement, and now you're forced to hunt down another sugar daddy.
I happen to enjoy Matt's company.
Oh, well, that should make things easier.
You disgusting. You see, I can take care of myself. I don't need help from anybody.
Really? Then why was I paying your rent all those months?
I will pay you back every penny. Because I don't want to owe you anything.
You know, I think we better call Donna. There seems to be a snake in the restaurant.
Well, if it isn't young Mr. Corey. I see you like the company's Black Widow spiders.
We can take this outside if you want, Harrison.
Please, not do that. Matt, it's not worth it.
Interesting couple, wouldn't you say, Don?
Fine. Whatever you're paying your waiters, it's too much. What are you talking about? Never mind.
Cynthia, let's go.
Grant,
There you are.
about Booba.
Oh, that reminds me. Make sure you get that thing to the museum. Tell them it's extremely rare and to surround it with the highest
Grant,
security.
I'll take care of it.
And then we'll have a formal ceremony, and we'll invite mounds of paparazzi. Come on, Cynthia. What the hell are you waiting for? Come on, come on.
I hope the museum wants you.
Donna. I never noticed your eyes before.
For someone who hates smoking, you sure do seem fascinated by it.
It's the cigarette holder. I haven't seen one of those for years. Not since watching old movies. Are they back in fashion?
Well, you know what they say in the fashion biz. Something old is something new again.
Is that what you do? Work in the fashion biz?
Yeah.
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 So what do you do?
Publicity. I'm publicity manager for, you know, Calvin, Isaac, Ralph.
Ah.
You know them?
Not on a first-name basis. Must be glamorous.
It gets old fast.
Sure. Cocktail parties, gorgeous models. Who needs it?
It's all a bunch of gloss. I prefer a man of substance.
So, should we have another drink?
No.
No.
No. What do you say? We get a nice bottle of brandy and have a nightcap at my place.
What did you say?
I said I never noticed before, but you look really hot tonight.
Out. Out the door. Right.
Are you firing me?
You better believe I am. And you tell Grant Harrison if he tries to sue me for sexual harassment again, that I'll be ready for him.
It's barely midnight.
Well, some of us have to work tomorrow.
What about the champagne?
Thank you for buying it. I'm sure I'll enjoy every drop.
Well, if you want to share it with somebody, just ask Gordon for a suggestion.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Call Matt.
I'll be sure and do that. I'm sorry, Shane. I'm not going to be able to have that drink festival tonight. I forgot I have other plans.
Tonight, Hadley?
Shane? Shane? Hi, what are you doing here?
With a friend.
Oh. Hi. Well, that's good. You took my side there. I had fun.
Hadley, I think I will call it an evening. Good night.
Good night, Shane.
Good night.
Hi, I'm Hadley Prescott, your new neighbor.
Mother Robert. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Oh, this is my friend, Nat Corey.
Pleasure.
All mine.
Well, I'm sure we've seen a lot of each other since I just live across the hall.
Yeah, you know, you'll never know who you run into around here.
Well, I don't know. I keep a pretty irregular schedule. I'm kind of hard to track down, but it was very nice meeting you guys. Come on.
Never met her.
I can't even begin to imagine. I'm going to say goodnight as well.
Good night.
I'll talk to you soon. What the hell are you doing here? Hadley Prescott is supposed to be history.
Follows very well. Said plenty of practice.
We both know who's lying, Nikos. And so soon will Rachel and Felicia.
Muster all of your bravado, but you will never be able to prove you were not there that day
I've
in
heard
Chicago.
enough. I'm leaving. He's lying. Somebody's lying. I'll get your coat, Carl.
It's okay, Felicia. I'll be all right.
You know, Nikos, it's just as well that Felicia finds out the truth about you now, before you become her husband.
You had better rush after Rachel. She, after all, is your ticket to polite society. Even though you spend your days spending her money and your nights with your whore.
You know, there's only one thing that you really understand, isn't there?
NBC Tonight, Must See Wednesday is all new. First on the Tony Danza Show, Tony hosts a radio talk show and starts mouthing off about his family. And following Built to Last, on Third Rock, Dick meets Mary's parents. Then It's Working, followed by a powerful Law and Order ripped from the headlines. A military sex scandal leads to murder for the Navy's top gun. Must See Wednesday, all new, NBC Tonight.